You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. Well, good morning, boys and girls. I'm Alex Manners, and welcome to my live Solihull Radio Children's Show on this wonderful Sunday morning. I'll be with you right here until 10 a.m. this morning. Well, I've got lots and lots of wonderful things coming up. I've got lots of fabulous songs to play for you, some episodes of some old children's shows, some stories to read for you, and, as always, Rainbow Man will be having another fantastic adventure with his friends Giddy Gordon, Grumpy Doug and Awesome Alex. And this week, Rainbow Man and his friends will be visiting the Solihull Mill in Birmingham. So, if that sounds really, really exciting for you all, then please stay tuned with me right here until 10 a.m. And today is a special day for my show because this is the first time I'm broadcasting in the brand new Touchwood studios. So, hopefully, we'll have a fantastic show in my new studios today. Well, the two shows I'm going to be playing for you today are shows that I used to watch when I was younger, called Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies and Come Outside. So, see if any of you remember the theme tunes for these two shows, Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies and Come Outside.
It's time for Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies.
And all my far-flung travels round the world 6 times at least made a movie star of every creature, found beauty in every beast.
Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies. Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies.
From up north in Nome, Alaska, way back down to Kathmandu, round the Horn past Bora Bora, then due east by Peru.
All around the world, every creature Mama's met pricks its ears and comes a-running to the sound of her trumpet.
Everybody,
Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies. Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies. Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies.
look up, look down, look all around. Up in the air or on the ground. Come for a walk, come for a ride. There's so much to see, so come outside.
Well, those are the two shows I'm going to be playing for you a bit later on my children's show, where I'll be right here until 10 a.m. So please, I hope this show gets you moving and grooving for the rest of your weekend. If you have any birthdays that you'd like me to read out on my show, then please text in the studios on 075 64 30 30 64. That's 075 64 30 30 64. Or you could email us right here on studio@solihullradio.com. That's studio@solihullradio.com. And as always, I will read out your fabulous birthday messages. So if anyone has a birthday, then please send those in for me. Well, what is the first song I'm going to be playing for you in the new studios? Well, the first song I've chosen for you is a Disney song from the show called Finding Nemo. And this will be the first song to get us moving and grooving in our new studios this week. So here we go with one of my favourite Disney songs, and this one is from Finding Nemo, and it's called Beyond the Sea.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'll go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart soon we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just like before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. Beyond a doubt, my heart will lead me there soon. Oh, we'll meet, I know we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we will be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. No more sailing. So long sailing, sailing. No more sailing. Goodbye, farewell, my friend. No more sailing. So long sailing. No more sailing. No more farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, adieu to you, you. No more sailing. No more. Oh, no more sailing. No more, no more. No more sailing. No more. One more time. No more sailing.
Our first song in our new studios, and I've got lots and lots more fantastic songs like that coming up for you right throughout my show here until 10 a.m. this morning. Do any of you like nursery rhymes? Well, here is a fantastic nursery rhyme I found called Tickle by Eve Merrion. So here we go. Tickle a ladybird, tickle a flea, tickle a pickle, but don't tickle me. Tickle an elephant, tickle a worm, but please, oh please, don't make me squirm. Don't tickle my elbows, my ankles or knees, my shoulders or ears, ha ha ha, please. And that was Tickle by Eve Merrion, and I've got lots more of those kind of things coming up for you later on in my show. Well, I've got an episode of Come Outside to play for you now, and Come Outside was a show that I used to watch when I was younger with Auntie Mabel and her dog, Pippin, and she used to go on wonderful adventures, just like Rainbow Man, to visit different places, like zoos and farms and factories. And today, this episode is called A Carton Drink, where Auntie Mabel and her dog Pippin will be flying off in their spotty plane to find out all about how carton drinks are made. Your favourite drinks, maybe blackcurrant, maybe orange, but whatever it is, here is an episode of Come Outside, A Carton Drink. I hope you all enjoy it.
Look up, look down, look all around. Up in the air or on the ground. Come for a walk, come for a ride. There's so much to see, so come outside.
Take a box made of card that's waterproof and strong, with a straw on the side, not too short, not too long. A hole in the top, that's where you put the straw. When you've tasted what's inside, I'm sure you'll ask for more. What am I? I'm a carton drink. Hard-boiled eggs, an apple and an orange. Hello, my dears. We're going on a picnic today. Now, what else do I need? Yes, Pippin, fetch me a napkin from the drawer. Good girl, Pippin. Now, something for you to eat. Sausages. She loves these. And a biscuit. No, all this is to be eaten on the picnic and not before. You just have to wait. Oh dear, I forgot to buy some fruit juice. I just have to drink water. This is what Pippin likes to drink. Or perhaps I could buy some fruit juice on the way. There. Come on, Pippin. It's time to fly.
Looking for a nice place to have our picnic. Ah, you're right. Let's try down there. I wonder what's going on over there, Pippin. They're picking something. You stay here, and I'll go and see what's happening. Stay. Oh, I see. They're black currants. And they're ready to pick. It'll take much too long to pick all these by hand. So they have a machine that does it. The machine comes along, shakes the bush, and big metal fingers pull off the currants. These black currants are going to be made into juice to drink. See how red and juicy they are. Oh, I've got red fingers now. They must have to squeeze an awful lot of black currants to make enough juice to fill a carton. I wonder how the juice gets into the carton. I think I'll go and see how they do it. I might be able to buy a carton of juice for the picnic. Come on, Pippin. I'm afraid you're not allowed inside, Pippin. Hello, Ray.
Hello, Auntie Mabel.
Can Pippin stay here with you?
Certainly. Here you are, Pippin. You can borrow my rug.
I shouldn't be long. Be good. In there, it's very, very noisy, so I have to wear these. But I'll be able to see what's happening.
That looks like orange juice. Where's the black currant? There it is. It's a very dark red colour. I wonder how many black currants they had to squeeze to make so much juice. It's not ready to drink yet. It has to be mixed with water and other things before it tastes right. So off it goes into the mixing tanks. The blackcurrant juice and water are mixed together in there. The colour's not so dark now. They test it to make sure it's not too sweet and not too sour. And when the mixture's right, off it goes through more pipes to be put into cartons.
Those are the cartons. May not look like cartons yet. Just you wait and see. There's the pipe full of blackcurrant juice. And there are the cartons. But now they're tube-shaped. And the pipe goes inside the carton tube and fills it with juice. And this machine cuts the carton tube into separate boxes full of blackcurrant juice. But there's something missing. That's what's missing. A straw. Look, straws. And here come the cartons. Into this machine to have the straws glued on. There we are. A carton of blackcurrant juice with a straw to drink it with.
Fruit juice, sip it through a straw. It's cool in a carton. Would you like to see some more? There's grapefruit juice and raspberry that's kind of pale and pink. Blackcurrant juice that's ruby red. Now that's my favourite drink. Fruit juice, sip it through a straw. It's cool in a carton. Would you like to see some more? There's orange juice and lemon juice and mango juice, I think. Tomato and then apple. Oh, now that's my favourite drink. Fruit juice, sip it through a straw. It's cool in a carton. Can you think of any more?
Ah, a carton of juice. What else have I got for my picnic? Ham sandwiches, hard-boiled eggs, an apple, an orange, and... Wait a minute. What was that? It sounded like a woodpecker. Perhaps I could get a look at it. I can hear it, but I can't see it. It must be somewhere over there. Come on, Pippin.
town's much closer now. It must be here somewhere. I think we'll try, this way. Yes, there it is. It's a woodpecker. I'm so glad I saw it. Oh, it's time to get back for our picnic now. But which way is it? All these paths look the same. Well, this is a to-do and no mistake. What have you found? Pippin, did you take some food from your lunchbox? That means we must be on the right track. Come on, Pippin. Oh, you had a biscuit too. I know where we are now. Come on, Pippin. Here we are. Well done, Pippin. Oh, I'm ready for something to eat now, Pippin. I expect you are too. Pippin, there's nothing left for your picnic. But then, we'd still be lost in the woods if it wasn't for Pippin. I think she deserves a treat. Never mind, Pippin. I've got a special treat for you. A nice, juicy bone for your picnic treat. A nice, juicy drink for me.
You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. That's right, boys and girls, I'm Alex Manners, and I really hope you all enjoyed that episode of Come Outside, all about carton drinks and fruit juice. Well, if you did, then stay tuned because I've got another fantastic episode of Come Outside to play for you later on in my show. The first song I played for you this morning, for the first song ever in these new studios, was a Disney song from the Finding Nemo film. Well, I've got another fantastic song to play for you now, and this song is Bob the Builder, and we all know our favourite Bob the Builder song. It's Mambo No. 5, so get moving and grooving for my show this Sunday morning with Bob the Builder and Mambo No. 5. Here we go.
Are you ready, Bob?
Yes.
What about you, Lovely?
I'm a bit scared. Okay, team, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody's outside, so come on, let's ride to the builder's yard around the corner. The gang's all here, and it's time for us to do what we wanna. There's a house with a roof that leaks. It's an urgent job, and it could take us weeks. There's Dizzy, Lofty, and Rolly too. Wendy always knows bit of timber and a saw, a little bit of fixing, that's for sure. A little bit of digging up the roads, a little bit of moving heavy loads, a little bit of tiling on the roof, a little bit of making waterproof, a little bit of concrete mixed with sand, a little bit of Bob the Builder Man. Careful, Dizzy. Jump up and down and move it all around. Mix it up to the sound. Dig a hole in the ground. Take one step left and one step right, and one to the front and one to the side. Clap your hands once and clap your hands twice, and if it looks like this, then you're doing it right. A bit of timber and a saw, a little bit of fixing, that's for sure. A little bit of digging up the roads, a little bit of moving heavy loads, a little bit of tiling on the roof, a little bit of making waterproof, a little bit of concrete mixed with sand, a little bit of Bob the Builder Man. Mambo number 6 and 7, 8.
Is this Mambo number 5? 6 and 7, 8. What's Mambo?
That's a lovely job, Bob.
A little bit of timber and a saw, a little bit of fixing, that's for sure. A little bit of digging up the roads, a little bit of moving heavy loads, a little bit of tiling on the roof, a little bit of making waterproof, a little bit of concrete mixed with sand, a little bit of Bob the Builder Man. There's Rolly, Lofty, Scoop, Mop, Lizzy, so much work to keep us all busy. Can we fix it? Yes, we can, with the team and Bob the Builder Man.
Yes, they can.
All right. Lovely. A little bit of Bob, Bob, Bob the Builder Man.
Another wonderful song that definitely got me moving and grooving. Today, Rainbow Man and his friends Giddy Gordon, Grumpy Doug and Awesome Alex are going to be visiting Solihull Mill. So please enjoy Rainbow Man visiting Solihull Mill. He is here, he is there, Rainbow Man is everywhere. Seek him here, seek him there, see him in his rainbow chair. Hello, Rainbow Man. Do you know where you will be going today? Rainbow Man sits in his chair and asks if he will be going to a big park. We're not going to be going to a park today, Rainbow Man. Rainbow Man wonders where we will be going if we are not going to a park. Well, Rainbow Man, today we will be visiting an old mill in Birmingham. Rainbow Man starts to cheer, woohoo! The mill we will be visiting is called Solihull Mill. Rainbow Man sits up in his chair, ready for today's adventure. Right, time for an adventure. Off we go. Rainbow Man zooms up in his chair and starts swirling around with lots of colourful swirls. Swirling here, swirling there. Rainbow Man goes everywhere. Rainbow Man appears outside Solihull Mill. Do you know what a mill is used for, Rainbow Man? Rainbow Man starts pretending to eat something really tasty. A mill is used to make flour. That can then be used to turn into yummy, scrummy bread for us to eat. So, a mill does make something that we can eat. Well done. Suddenly, Rainbow Man sees a wasp and starts trying to flap it away. I think it likes all of the bright colours you are wearing. If you stand still, it will leave you alone. Rainbow Man stands very still, and soon the wasp goes away. Look, it's gone away now. I think we should save all the excitement for inside the mill. Rainbow Man agrees and walks into the mill. Can you hear all of those grinding noises, Rainbow Man? Rainbow Man can hear all of those noises and can also see some very large bins. He goes over to them and sticks his head in one to have a look. I don't think there is anything in there, Rainbow Man. There would have been flour in the bins, but there is no flour in them today. Rainbow Man sticks his head in the other bin, also to find there is nothing in there either. He nearly falls head first into the bin. You don't want to fall into the bins. I can see a staircase over there. I wonder where it goes to. Rainbow Man walks past all of the gears that are making the grinding noises and up the stairs until he comes to the second floor of the mill. He spots a big wheel that is turning in some water. "What have you found, Rainbow Man?" Rainbow Man points over to a large wheel he has found. "You have found the water wheel, Rainbow Man. Solihull Mill is a water mill, and the force of the water drives the wheel, which in turn allows all of the other mill's machinery to work. I can hear another noise, but it does not sound like the grinding noise. I wonder what it could be." Rainbow Man looks left and right, but can't see what the noise is. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he spots Grumpy Doug. So it was Grumpy Doug making that noise. It must have been all his grumbling that we could hear. "Hello, Grumpy Doug." Rainbow Man waves to Grumpy Doug, and Grumpy Doug waves back. "Have you found anything interesting about the mill, Grumpy Doug?" Grumpy Doug can't concentrate inside the mill, because there is not enough room. He says that they should have made it bigger. The mill has been here for 250 years. When it was built, it was big enough for what they needed. They did not have all the visitors here like they do today. Rainbow Man spots a door that goes outside. "Wow, it's a huge mill pond. I did not know that that was here. It would be really nice if we could go for a swim, but I don't think we would be allowed, Rainbow Man. I know Giddy Gordon would like to go swimming in there as well." Rainbow Man stomps back into the mill. "Are you okay? You look a bit fed up." Rainbow Man suddenly starts laughing. He was only trying to tease us. "Well, as long as you're okay. I thought you were a bit cross and upset, Rainbow Man." Rainbow Man decides to go upstairs to the third floor of the mill and see what is up there. Grumpy Doug wants to go out of the mill and have a look at something else. "Okay, Grumpy Doug, if you're sure. We may see you again later." Rainbow Man carries on looking around the old mill. He goes up a very narrow set of stairs until he is on the third floor. I can see the floor below from up here. It's very narrow. Rainbow Man then spots another door and goes through it. "Wow-wee! What have we here? Look behind us. I can't see the door anymore, and they have painted a big brick picture over the door and the wall. The room seems to be full of boards all about a man called J.R.R. Tolkien. This must be the room that is all about J.R.R. Tolkien, the man who wrote the Lord of the Rings books. Rainbow Man remembers watching some of the Lord of the Rings films, but he has not read any of the Lord of the Rings books. J.R.R. Tolkien lived near the mill when he was a child. Hang on a minute. Can you hear someone calling your name, Rainbow Man? Rainbow Man listens very hard, and can hear someone calling his name, but he does not know where from. He looks all around the room. I can see who is calling you. It's Giddy Gordon. He is at the bottom of these stairs, with Awesome Alex. Giddy Gordon waves up the stairs to Rainbow Man, and Rainbow Man waves back. Then Rainbow Man goes downstairs to join them. "Hello, Giddy Gordon," and "Hello, Awesome Alex." Awesome Alex has been a little bit confused, as he had not understood some of the things that Giddy Gordon has been talking about. When they first got here, Giddy Gordon said that he was over the moon. When Giddy Gordon said that he was over the moon, he meant that he was really happy. Awesome Alex could not see the moon, and wondered how Giddy Gordon could go over it. "Let's all go outside and get some fresh air, as we have been inside this mill for quite a long time." Rainbow Man, Giddy Gordon and Awesome Alex all go outside and back into the courtyard. "Now, where shall we go next? Let me think. Yes, we shall all go into that room over there." They all walk over and go into the room. Inside they can see a bread oven and a set of drawers. Awesome Alex thinks that it looks like a chest of drawers for putting clothes in. "I was thinking the same, Awesome Alex. You must have read my mind." Awesome Alex does not say anything for a while. Then he says, "How can I read your mind? I can't see it, and it does not contain any words. Sorry, Awesome Alex. I forgot that you take everything literally. I will try not to use those sayings anymore." Giddy Gordon is scratching his head, still wondering if those drawers are actually used to put clothes in. "No, Giddy Gordon, they're not used to put clothes in. It is an old proving bin. The bread dough would have been put in there to rise before being baked." Just then, Grumpy Doug walks past. Rainbow Man shoots outside to say goodbye. "Goodbye, Grumpy Doug. We will be leaving soon." Then Rainbow Man goes back inside and waves goodbye to Giddy Gordon and Awesome Alex. They both wave goodbye back. Well, Rainbow Man, I think it is now time to go. Colourful swirls appear, and Rainbow Man starts swirling around with them. Swirling here, swirling there. Rainbow Man goes everywhere. Rainbow Man appears back at home in his rainbow chair. You had a great time today at Solihull Mill. I did not know that J.R.R. Tolkien based some of the Lord of the Rings on the mill. Rainbow Man did not know that either. What did you enjoy the most about today? Rainbow Man enjoyed everything about today. Well, we have never been to a mill before today, but it was very interesting. Rainbow Man cheers, woohoo! I wonder where you will go on your adventures next time, Rainbow Man. Rainbow Man shrugs his shoulders. Well, goodbye, Rainbow Man. See you next time. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show.
All those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time never even knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see. Standing here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be. And at last I see the light. And it's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light. And it's like the sky is blue. And it's warm and real and bright. And the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you.
I have something for you, too. I should have given it to you before, but I was just scared. And the thing is, I'm not scared anymore. You know what I mean?
I'm starting to.
All those days chasing down a daydream, all those years living in a blur, all that time never truly seeing things the way they were. Now she's here, shining in the starlight. Now she's here, suddenly I know. If she's here, it's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to go. And at last I see the light. And it's like the fog is lifted. And at last I see the light.
And it's like the sky is blue.
And it's warm and real and bright. And the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything is different now that I see you. Now that I see you.
How do you get a tissue to dance? Well, you put a little boogie in it.
If you go out in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go out in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day that teddy bears have their picnic. If you go out in the woods today, you better not go alone. It's lovely out in the woods today, but safer to stay at home. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day that teddy bears have their picnic. Today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go out in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day that teddy bears have their picnic. Picnic time for teddy bears. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Their mummies and daddies will take them home to bed, because they're tired little teddy bears. If you go out in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go out in the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day that teddy bears have their picnic. Today's the day that teddy bears have their picnic. Today's the day that teddy bears have their picnic.
Justin Fletcher and the Teddy Bears Picnic on Solihull Radio. What's going on in our local area over the next few weeks that we can all go and visit, and things that we can go and do? Well, if you were listening earlier, then you will have heard the story of Rainbow Man at Solihull Mill with his friends Giddy Gordon, Grumpy Doug and Awesome Alex. And at Solihull Mill, there are lots and lots of things going on. One of the things going on at Solihull Mill is a craft activity and trail that will be available each day, Tuesday to Sunday, and that runs until the 2nd of September. Also, at Solihull Mill, every Thursday morning, you can take part in an art activity which runs until the 30th of August. Then, on the 22nd of August, you can go river dipping in the River Cole to catch and identify mini beasts living there. So, those are all the wonderful things going on at Solihull Mill, and you can visit their website for more information. At Hatton Adventure World, there are lots and lots of things going on until the 2nd of September, with their great summer adventure. There's landzorbing, water wars, and water battles. Children can also get into camouflage gear to face not one, but 3 exciting outdoor laser combat challenges. They are called Deathmatch, Domination, and Capture the Flag. So that is all going on at Hatton Adventure World. Now, does anyone or any of you like treasure hunts? Well, I know I certainly love treasure hunts, because Solihull has its very own treasure hunt trail. It takes about 2 hours to complete, and it's approximately 1.5 miles long. The Solihull Treasure Trail starts at a cellar house in Solihull. Trails are self-guided and can be instantly downloaded from the Treasure Trail website. So, if you love I Spy and you love going on treasure hunts, then why not go on the Solihull Treasure Hunt Trail, Solihull's very own treasure hunt. Another thing that's going on is in Shirley Park, where there will be a musical mayhem event on the 22nd of August. You will be able to take part in musical-themed treasure trails and dance along to your favourite pop hits with their resident DJ. There are also musical games and crafts to enjoy, with other entertainment including Punch and Judy shows, face painting, a host of rides, and lots more. So if that all sounds very, very exciting, then please head down to Shirley Park. So if you like any of those things at Solihull Mill, Hatton Adventure World, Shirley Park, or Solihull's very own Treasure Hunt Trail, then please visit their websites and go in and join in with some of the wonderful things we have going on in Solihull. Here's another Disney song, and Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King. I hope you all enjoy it.
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of a rolling wave can't be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's led to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's a time for everyone if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and reason to the wild outdoors, when the heart of the star-crossed Voyager beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's led to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
Here's another nursery rhyme, and this one is called Mud. There's a muddy little puddle by the duck pond on our farm, with squidgy mud in it that trickles down my arm. Here's another nursery rhyme, and this is called Mud. There's a muddy little puddle by the duck pond on our farm, with squidgy mud in it that trickles down my arm. It squelches through my fingers and in between my toes. I can't think how it happens, but mud gets up my nose. My hair has sludgy lumps of it. It splatters round my eyes. There's always loads of mud on me when I make my mud pies, and that was a nursery rhyme written by Georgie Adams called Mud. And here is another episode of another children's show that I'm going to play for you, and this episode is called Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies, and the episode is called Travels with Mama. So I hope you all enjoy Mama Mirabelle's Home Movies and Travels with Mama.
It's time for Mama Mirabelle's home movies.
In all my far-flung travels around the world 6 times at least, made a movie star of every creature, found beauty in every beast.
Mama Mirabelle's home movies. Mama Mirabelle's home movies.
From up north in Nome, Alaska, way back down to Kathmandu, round the Horn past Bora Bora, then due east by Peru.
All around the world, every creature Mama's met picks its ears and comes a-running to the sound of her trumpet.
Everybody,
Mama Mirabelle's home movies. Mama Mirabelle's home movies. Mama Mirabelle's home movies.
Tell us another riddle, Carla. Okay, here goes. What's black and white and red all over? We give up. An embarrassed zebra. Get it? Oh, yeah. I love rainy day games.
Me too. I love a good riddle more than a mud bath. You know, speaking of riddles, this reminds me of one of my favorite adventures when I was trying so hard to figure out a riddle.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Tell us, Mama. Tell us. Tell us the whole story.
It all began with my amazing trip way down here, down under, as they say, to the wonderful continent of Australia. As I journeyed across the country, I saw animals I had never seen before, like wombats, bandicoots, cockatoos, and kookaburras. And a very friendly red kangaroo.
Good day, I'm Kayla, and this here's my Joey. That's what we kangaroos call our babies.
My name is Mama Mirabelle. I'm an elephant visiting from Africa. Kayla introduced me to her family and friends who were all red kangaroos, the largest type of kangaroo in Australia. They're tall and have very strong legs with great big feet, which help them to jump great distances. And mama kangaroos carry their babies in pouches right on their bellies.
I'm guessing this is your first time here, eh?
Why, yes.
Well then, I guess I should say, you'll see wondrous sights wherever you wander. We've got it all right here down under. G'day, g'day, g'day. Welcome to Australia, Mum. G'day, g'day, g'day. We're happy you came our way. There's hippity-hopping wallabies, cute koalas climbing trees, echidnas and kangaroos. Joey's in our pouches too, wombats finding bugs to eat, and rainbow-feathered lorikeets. G'day, g'day, g'day. Welcome to Australia, Mum. G'day, g'day, g'day. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Oh, thank you, Kayla. But you mentioned one animal I've never heard of. What did you call it? An echidna?
Yeah, unusual looking critter too. Big nose, eats bugs. I think I've got a picture of one somewhere here in my pouch. Good girl, Kylie. This here's what an echidna looks like.
What an interesting animal. Do you know where I might find an echidna?
Maybe this'll help. under the thing that's over your lips and under the thing that's beneath your eyes. That is where the echidna lies.
Oh, a riddle. How mysterious. I'd had a lovely time meeting the kangaroos, but now I had a puzzling riddle to solve. It didn't take long before I met a very unusual-looking friend.
Hello, mate. G'day.
Good day to you, mister.
Percy's my name.
Well, hello, Percy. I'm Mama Mirabelle. You're not an echidna, are you?
Oh, mercy, no. I'm what they call a duck-billed platypus. I'll introduce you to my mates. We platypuses live on land and in the water, and we're great swimmers. In fact, we spend most of our time in the water, foraging for food. And yeah, we know we're funny looking, but platypuses are very popular.
I can see why. But, you wouldn't happen to know where I might find an echidna, would you?
I haven't seen one lately, but they've got long, pointy toes and they lay eggs. You can't miss them. Good luck!
Ooh, long, pointy toes. Lay eggs? More good clues. Thank you so much. I just kept on hiking across Australia, trying to solve that riddle. But while I searched for any sign of an echidna, I met some more wonderful and unusual animals that I'd never seen before. These koalas live in the forests and love to climb. They have 2 thumbs on each hand. Makes it easier to grip those branches. And guess what? The only thing they ever eat are eucalyptus leaves. They hardly ever drink because the leaves they eat contain all the water they need. I also saw rainbow lorikeets, an Australian parrot with feathers more colorful than a new box of crayons. They're red and blue and green and yellow and orange and purple. Oh, just like a beautiful rainbow. I marched everywhere, kids, and saw a lot, but still no echidnas. Finally, my feet began to hurt from all the walking, so I sat down to rest my sore tootsies. And another new friend sat down next to me.
Good day, miss. Oh, what a lovely idea. Been a long day. I've been snooping around after ants and termites since dawn, I have. Yummy. Oh my, these long toes of mine are aching. My name's Edna. What do they call you?
Mama Mirabelle. Nice to meet you, Edna. Under the thing that's over my lips and under the thing that's beneath my eyes.
So, did you ever figure out that riddle and find an echidna, Mama?
Well, let's think about the riddle again. Under the thing that's over your lips, under the thing that's beneath your eyes. That is where the echidna lies. So, what's over your lips and beneath your eyes?
It's your nose! Your nose! That's what it is, your nose!
Right. So if the echidna is under that...
It's right under your nose?
Yup. So I finally looked right under my nose. Hey, you're an echidna. I'm Mama Mirabelle. I've been looking everywhere for you.
You have? Well, I've been right here under your nose all along.
And Edna and I have been fast friends ever since. I got some great home movies, too, thanks to her. Which means you know what time it is.
Yay!
Movie time, it's movie time. Mama Mirabelle's home movie time. Roaming friends, lend me an ear. When you hear that call, roam over here. Everybody's welcome, one and all. So swing, swoop, swagger or crawl to Mama Mirabelle's big home movie show. Fireflies, light it up. Echidnas. What unusual animals they are. Hardly anyone ever sees them, but they actually live all over Australia. Anywhere that ants and termites live, because that's what they eat.
They look so different. Yeah, what are all those things sticking up from their back?
Oh, those are spines, Bo. Echidnas sort of look like a cross between hedgehogs and porcupines. With all those spikes, you might think they look a little scary, but they're actually quite shy. Some people call them spiny anteaters because they use their long, sticky tongues to catch their food.
Wow, echidnas are amazing.
And those long snouts are both their mouth and nose. They can smell and taste with them. But even more amazingly, echidnas, and platypuses too, have fur and nurse their babies, like elephants or zebras or cheetahs. But they lay eggs like birds and lizards.
Wow!
Pretty amazing, right? And when the eggs hatch, their babies are called puggles. Aren't they cute?
Thanks, Mama. That was great. What a story. Come on, let's go play.
I just love a good riddle. And a good story, too. Don't you? See you soon. Oh, wait for me!
Hello. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. Hello again, boys and girls. I'm Alex Manners, and it's halfway through my children's show this morning. Well, I'll be here up until 10 a.m. And if you enjoyed that episode of Mirabelle's Home Movies, then I've got lots and lots of wonderful things coming up for you. But before I read you a story this morning, here is another Disney song, and this is from Moana, and it's called How Far I'll Go. So please see how far you can go with your moving and grooving this morning.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. There's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea, it's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me. And let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? The line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Well, I've got a nice and wonderful story to read for you now, and the story I'm going to read for you is called The Lost Seagull by Declan Carville and Brendan Ellis. So I really, really hope you all enjoy The Lost Seagull. Brian stood in the bathroom cleaning his teeth. He was trying to remember his spellings. They were getting a test today, but it was proving very difficult with all the noise in the background. His little sister Mary always played her radio first thing in the morning. Accommodation, he said to himself. He turned off the water and looked at himself in the mirror. A-k-k-o-m. There, he heard it again. There was something outside the window. Mary, turn down the music, he shouted at his little sister. He reached to open the window, but she made no reply. He gazed towards the grey sky outside, but he heard nothing. What? Shouted Mary from her bedroom. What do you want? Brian stood silently, but there was no sound. He was about to turn away, when yes, there it was. He quickly wiped his mouth with the towel and ran out of the bathroom, leaning down the stairs. He met Mary on the staircase. What are you shouting about? She asked him, brushing her hair and looking in the other direction. Out of the way, he said, pushing her aside. He raced past the others in the kitchen, out the back door, and stopped. It was a dull morning, raining lightly. He stood and listened. After a few minutes, he loosened the bolt on the yard door and flung it open wide. And there it was, a single grey seagull standing motionless in the alleyway. For a few moments, they just stood and looked at each other. The seagull didn't seem very interested. Brian, on the other hand, couldn't believe his luck. What a sight! A beautiful bird standing in their alleyway, among all the bins and newspapers and old rubbish that lay scattered around. Hello, said Brian, eventually. The bird said nothing. It just stood staring, eyes darting in every direction. I heard you in the bathroom. I was brushing my teeth. Where were you here yesterday? Asked Brian. Still, there was no reply. Brian, his dad shouted from the kitchen, are you ready? We are going soon. Neither of them moved. How long have you been here? Asked Brian again. Brian, his dad shouted from the kitchen, we're leaving. I'm lost, replied the bird at last. I don't know where I am. You're in the city, replied Brian. It's a long way from the sea. The city, repeated the bird, gazing around at the mess. I love the sea, said Brian quite excitedly. I love to jump in the waves. The bird made no reply. Brian could tell it was not very happy. I need to get back home. I miss my friends. I miss the sea. This place is so strange, replied the bird in a low voice. It would be great to fly, replied the young boy. Sometimes I wish I could fly. From behind him, Brian heard the kitchen door close with a bang, and the seagull, startled by the sudden noise, jumped a little in the air. Listen, said Brian, I have a plan. Can you wait until I come home tonight? Continued the boy. I've got to go, but promise me you'll wait until I get back. I'll be here, replied the bird. I'm hardly going anywhere. Okay, I'll see you tonight. He turned to face the kitchen door, but stopped before going back inside. What's your name, by the way? Asked Brian. Oisin, replied the seagull, gazing off into the distance. It sounds like the sea. School that day was the longest day ever. Brian was sure he had failed his spelling test. He just couldn't concentrate. He counted the hours until it was time to go home. He wondered whether the seagull would still be there. When the bell did eventually ring, he ran all the way back home. As soon as he had reached his house, he dropped his bag in the hall and ran straight through the kitchen and out the back door. Brian, his mother exclaimed, What's the rush? What's going on? He didn't have far to go. The seagull was perched on top of the yard wall, gazing down at the young boy. Oisin, you're here, he said with relief. A big smile covered Brian's face. He liked the sound of the bird's name. It did sound like the sea. And the ocean as well, he thought. I was hoping you would still be here. What have you been doing all day? I tried to get home as quickly as I could. The seagull hesitated before replying. You said you could help me. What a day, said Brian, leaning up against the yard wall. I thought it was never going to end. I'm completely out of puff. And we had a test, which I'm sure I failed. I couldn't think straight. You said you could help, interrupted the seagull. Oh yes, replied Brian at last. He noticed the seagull was gazing directly at him. I'm going to the seaside. Well, we all are, at the weekend. You could follow us. You'll meet plenty of your friends there. The seaside, replied the seagull, becoming more alert. When? Where? Friday, to Kilbegs, for the whole weekend. Our hotel has a swimming pool. I can't wait, said Brian. Killybegs, replied the seagull. Killybegs? I've got an uncle in Killybegs. Then you'll come, shouted Brian. Please. Yes, of course I'll come, said the seagull, quite excited at the prospect. But how far away is Friday? Is there a long wait? The day after tomorrow, replied Brian with a sigh. Not too long. I'm so lonely, replied the seagull. I just don't belong here. Oisin looked at Brian. The wind must have carried me here. It was dark and I lost my way. The others will be worried. I miss my family and my friends so much. The bird paused for a moment. But you are very kind. I'm sorry to be so miserable. It's just I don't belong in this place. You'll be home soon, replied Brian, trying to raise his spirits. Follow us. We'll get you back. The next 2 days dragged through. Brian had no difficulty getting up in the morning. Each day he raced into the bathroom and opened the window. One morning the seagull was even perched on the windowsill. They talked every day, several times, and Brian even tried to give the seagull some food. The bird had little interest, however. There was only one thing on his mind. Oisin was looking forward to following the car the next day. He hadn't been able to fly for quite some time, and he was very restless. It was the middle of winter, so by the time they left late Friday afternoon, it was already dark. Brian sat in the back of the car with Mary. What are you looking at? He asked, catching him staring out the back window. Nothing, he replied, but he was looking at Oisin, who was never too far behind. As it was dark, they didn't drive too fast, which made the journey seem long. Brian was sad to be losing the seagull, but he knew it was for the best. Whoever's heard of a seagull living in a backyard, he thought to himself. At least now he'll be back with his family and friends. That is an important thing. They drove through a lot of little towns, with winding streets, full of people trying to get out of the rain. Christmas lights were starting to appear, which gave everything a cheerful glow, even though the winter weather was so miserable. How far have we to go? Brian would call out from back of the car. Not long now, his dad would say. The seagull flew close to the car the entire journey, but Brian knew, himself, they were getting near. He could smell the sea. Do you smell that, kids? Said his mum. We're almost there. Suddenly, Brian caught sight of Oisin through the sunroof in the car. The seagull was directly overhead. He sat upright, almost wishing he could put his hand out and touch the bird for the last time. But I never did get to touch him, he thought to himself. I never even got to stroke his feathers. Now Brian felt sad. He knew that something was slipping away and that it would never be back again. A seagull lost in his backyard. It was a chance in a million. Would you look at that bird? Interrupted Mary. It's right above us. Their eyes met for a brief moment before the seagull soared away in front of them, leading them into the pretty little town. Welcome to Killybegs, Ireland's premier fishing port. His dad read the sign as they approached their hotel. Then he started to sing a song. Can we go for a swim now, Mum? Replied Mary, leaning forward in her seat. Please. The next morning, everybody was up early. Their hotel bedroom was beautiful, with a large picture window overlooking the busy port. Mary was barely able to conceal her excitement as she paraded around the room in her bathing suit, announcing that she was going for a swim before and after breakfast. Slow down, young lady, said her dad. We have all day, you know. We're so lucky to have a pool, she said. Imagine swimming in the sea at this time of year. Then she started to laugh. Brian stood gazing out of the window, watching the boats and the seagulls flying overhead. His mum came over and put his arm around his shoulder. What do you think of this place, Brian? She said, gazing out of the water. How would you like to live here, then? It's grand, he replied, but I wouldn't leave home for anything. And that was The Lost Seagull by Declan Carville and Brendan Ellis. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. Well, that was a really, really lovely little story that I really enjoyed reading for you all today, and I've got another story. to read for you a little bit later in my show. Another event that I want to tell you about is an event called Fun in the Park at Tudor Grange Park on the 23rd of September 2018. It's a fun day for all the family, and it's in aid of local charities, and there's lots and lots of wonderful things to do. There's a classic car display and a motorcycle or a motorbike display. There's face painting, swing boats, there's a dog show, pony rides, go-karting, games, and lots more. There's lots of wonderful things going on, and that is Fun in the Park at Tudor Grange Park on Sunday the 23rd of September. So if anyone is around on Sunday the 23rd of September, then head down to Tudor Grange Park and you will have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful day. Well, here's another song, and this one is my favourite time and one of my favourite songs from the Tweenies. I really hope you get moving and grooving with this Tweenies song, Favourite Time. Here we go.
What shall we do today? We got all day to play. Every day is new. Oh, wear my new pink dress. I'd like to make a mess. Yeah! There's so many things we could choose. Somebody small bang the clock up on the wall, make the lights and sounds go round and round. Orange, red or blue, green and yellow too. The Tweenie clock will choose. Terry time. Messy time, which is your favourite time? When the Tweenie clock stops. News time, or song time, which is your favourite time? With all our Tweenie friends, adventures never end in a fantastic world. I know what we can do. Everyone can sing, yeah! Every boy and girl. Somebody small bang the clock up on the wall, make the lights and sounds go round and round. Orange, red or blue, green and yellow too. The Tweenie clock will choose. Terry time, messy time, which is your favourite time? When the Tweenie clock stops. News time, or song time, which is your favourite time?
The Tweenies and favourite time, and I hope you're having the best time here listening to my Solihull Radio Children's Show. The time now is 9:18, and I will be here, Alex Manners, right up until 10 a.m. this morning with lots more songs, episodes of children's shows, stories, and lots more wonderful things. This morning for my breakfast, I had some yummy, scrummy toast, and on my toast, I had some peanut butter, which is one of my favourite things to put on my toast. What is your favourite thing to put on your toast? Do you like having jam? Or marmalade? Or maybe you like a bit of chocolate spread? I know I love a bit of chocolate spread sometimes. Well, if you like jam, what kind of jam do you like? Do you like strawberry jam, raspberry jam, or plum jam? Well, jam is made from mashed or pureed fruit and is very, very yummy. Marmalade, on the other hand, is made from oranges, but can also be made from lemons, limes, grapefruits, or any kind of citrus fruit. And my favourite marmalade flavour is lime marmalade. It's absolutely yummy. Have you ever had peanut butter and jam sandwiches? Well, the world's largest peanut butter factory makes over 250,000 jars of peanut butter every single day. That's a lot of peanut butter. And peanut butter was first introduced to the general public in 1904. That's over 100 years ago. Wow, isn't that a long time ago? I didn't think peanut butter was that old. You could circle the world 1.8 times with the amount of Nutella produced in 1 year. Now, for everyone out there, Nutella is a chocolate kind of spread that is flavoured with hazelnuts. And Nutella is one of the most yummiest things that you could spread on your toast. And the amount of Nutella produced in 1 year weighs the same as the Empire State Building in America. That's a lot of Nutella and chocolate spread that's produced every single year. Well, whatever it is you like on your toast, and whatever kind of bread you like, I like brown bread with seeds in it. But whatever bread you like and whatever you like spreading on your toast, then if you have that every morning, you will start the day feeling really, really refreshed. And when I had my peanut butter this morning, it made me start the day off really, really happy. And it's the same when I have jam, or when I have some lime marmalade, or even a bit of chocolate spread. Well, if that's really interesting, and you liked all those things about what you can put on your toast in the mornings, then you'll like the next thing I'm going to play for you, which is another episode of Come Outside with Auntie Mabel, Pippin the dog, and their spotty aeroplane. And if you'd like to see a photo of what Auntie Mabel, Pippin the dog, and their spotty plane looks like, then head down to the Solihull Radio Facebook or Twitter pages, or my own, the Alex Manners Facebook or Twitter pages, and you can see a photo of them there. But here is another episode of Come Outside, and this episode is all about boots. So please enjoy Come Outside and Boots. Here we go.
Look up, look down, look all around. Up in the air or on the ground. Come for a walk, come for a ride. There's so much to see, so come outside.
We're always in pairs, always two of us, in a rather nice colour that suits. We'll keep your feet dry, my partner and I. What are we called? We're boots.
Hello, biddies. We've just been for a walk. We got caught in the rain. Come along. Stop sniffing. Pippin, leave the poor cat alone.
Now, wait here, Pippin. I must dry your feet.
I know you don't like it, but I don't want your wet feet all over my kitchen floor. There.
It's a pity Pippin can't wear boots to keep her feet dry. Imagine that. What would she look like? Oh no! My feet are wet again. I hate having wet feet. No wonder. My boots have got holes in them. I really must buy a new pair. I could do that today. Yes. Why not? Pippin, it's time to fly.
shoe shop is. Oh, look at all those boots. What is it, Pippin? Oh, Wellington boots. But they're not big enough for me.
Hello, can I help you? I'd like a pair of Wellington boots, please, size 6.
I'm sorry, I've just sold the last pair, but I could see if I can get you a pair for next week.
Oh, dear. I did so want to buy them today. Never mind. Thank you. Come on, Pippin. Pippin? Oh, dear.
Oh, look, Pippin. There's the boot factory. This is the factory where they make Wellington boots. Oh, look. A royal crest. That means they make boots for the Queen. Let's go in and see what we can see. This is what boots are made from. Rubber. But it's too thick. The rollers have to iron it out until it's a long, thin sheet of green rubber. Now this is going to be cut into lots of different shapes. But first they've got to glue in a nice, comfy lining. This would be the part that goes round your leg. There are the soles and heels. The part you walk on. Here, all the parts are put together. And there it is. A boot. But it's not finished yet. It has to go into the oven to cook. That makes the rubber good and strong. They're put into pairs, a final polish, and now they're ready to wear.
May I try these on, please?
Yes, of course, Auntie Mabel.
They're a perfect fit. I feel just like the Queen. I'd like to buy them. Pippin, where is she? Pippin, what am I going to do with you?
Boots are very useful for walking in the rain. They keep my feet completely dry. I'll never more complain. Boots are very useful for walking in the rain. Boots, 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 boots. Firemen always wear them to help protect their feet from all the water that they use, also from the heat. Firemen always wear them to help protect their feet. Boots, 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 boots. Fishermen must wear them or else they'd get quite wet when wading in the river with fishing rod or net. Fishermen must wear them or else they'd get quite wet. Boots, 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 boots.
Pippin's being very naughty today. Oh, my feet are nice and dry. Oh. That reminds me, I know a story about some boots that wouldn't come off. Let's see if I can remember it. Once upon a time, there was a firefighter called Martha. She'd had a busy day putting out lots of fires, and she'd come home for her tea. "Oh, I can't wait to take off my boots," she said. She tried to take the left one off, but she couldn't. "Here, let me help you," said her husband, and he began to pull. But the boot wouldn't come off. So her husband called their daughter. "Daughter," he said, "come and help me pull off Mother's boot." The daughter took hold of the husband, and the husband took hold of the boot. They pulled and they pulled, but the boot wouldn't come off. So the daughter called the dog. "Dog," she said, "come and help us pull off Mother's boot." The dog took hold of the daughter took hold of the husband, and the husband took hold of the boot. They pulled and they pulled, but the boot wouldn't come off. So the dog called the cat. "Cat," she said, "come and help us pull off Mother's boot." The cat took hold of the dog took hold of the daughter took hold of the husband, and the husband took hold of the boot. They pulled and they pulled, but the boot wouldn't come off. So the cat called the mouse. "Mouse," he said, "come and help us pull off Mother's boot." The mouse took hold of the cat took hold of the dog took hold of the daughter took hold of the husband took hold of the boot, and they pulled and they pulled and they pulled, and suddenly the boot came off, and they all fell in a heap on the floor. "Thank you," said Martha. "Now, if you don't mind, would you pull off the other one?" Do you think they managed to pull off the other boot? Yes, I think they did. Oh, dear. It sounds as though Pippin is still chasing that cat. Pippin! Oh, Pippin!
You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show. Why couldn't the pirate learn the alphabet? Because he was always lost at sea. I'm Alex Manners, and I'm back here live on my Solihull Radio Children's Show, and I've just had another request to play Mambo No. 5 again, one of our favourite Bob the Builder songs that lots and lots of people on my show love listening to, and I love listening to it as well. So here is Bob the Builder and Mambo No. 5.
Are you ready, Bob?
Yes.
What about you, Lovely?
I'm a bit scared. Okay, team, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody's outside, so come on, let's ride to the builder's yard around the corner. The gang's all here, and it's time for us to do what we wanna. There's a house with a roof that leaks. It's an urgent job, and it could take us weeks. There's Dizzy, Lofty, and Rolly too. Wendy always knows just what to do. And there's no job too big or small. With scoop and mug, we can do it all. Metal, brick, or wood, it's all good, and we can always send in the tractor. A little bit of timber and a saw. A little bit of fixing, that's for sure. A little bit of digging up the road. A little bit of moving heavy loads. A little bit of tiling on the roof. A little bit of making waterproof. A little bit of concrete mixed with sand. A little bit of Bob, the builder man. Careful, Dizzy. Jump up and down and move it all around. Mix it up to the sound. Dig a hole in the ground. Take one step left and one step right. And one to the front and one to the side. Clap your hands once and clap your hands twice. And if it looks like this, then you're doing it right. A bit of timber and a saw. A little bit of fixing, that's for sure. A little bit of digging up the roads. A little bit of moving heavy loads. A little bit of tiling on the roof. A little bit of making waterproof. A little bit of concrete mixed with sand. A little bit of Bob, the builder man. Mambo number 6 and 7, 8.
Is this Mambo No. 5?
That's a lovely job, Bob.
A little bit of timber and a saw. A little bit of fixing, that's for sure. A little bit of digging up the roads. A little bit of moving heavy loads. A little bit of tiling on the roof. A little bit of making waterproof. A little bit of concrete mixed with sand. A little bit of Bob, the builder man. There's Rolly, Lofty, Scoop, Mop, and Dizzy. So much work to keep us all busy. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. With the team and Bob, the builder man.
Yes, we can.
All right. Lovely. A little bit of Bob, 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 the builder man.
I've got another fantastic book to read for you now, and the book that I'm going to read for you now is called Pingu Wants a Holiday. And Pingu is a show that used to be on the television. So here we go with Pingu Wants a Holiday. It was a very cold day in the South Pole. Pingu was trudging home through the snow when he spotted a large, colourful poster. It showed a beautiful beach and a bright sun and palm trees. Pingu stared hard at the poster and then suddenly jumped right in the air. "Yippee!" he shrieked. "That's just what I want, a holiday in the sun." Pingu rushed home and went straight into his shed. Before long, there was a tremendous sound of sawing and hammering. Outside the shed, Pingu was busy making a snowman. She looked up when she heard all of the noise and wondered what Pingu could be up to. Pingu went over and listened at the door. Pingu was obviously making something important. She could hear him working away inside. Suddenly, the door flung open, and there stood Pingu. He was furious to find Pingu listening outside. I'm very busy, and I don't want you around, he shouted at her. He slammed the door in her face. Pinga stuck her tongue out. Inside the shed, Pinga was hard at work, rebuilding his sledge. He was giving it a mast to make it into an ice yacht. The ice yacht was going to take him on his holiday. The ice yacht was nearly ready. Pingu lifted up a big barrel and put it on the yacht. All he needed now was some food to put in the barrel for his journey. He left the shed and went inside the house. This should keep me going, he said, taking a large fish and some bread from the kitchen table. Back in the shed, he put the food into a barrel. Then he went off to look for a sheet that he could use for a sail if there was enough wind. Pinga seized her chance. While Pinga was away, she slipped quickly inside the shed. When she saw the ice yacht, she was very alarmed. Where's he going? She asked herself. Well, he's not going anywhere without me, said Pinga to herself, and she dived headfirst into the barrel. She soon realized that she was not alone in the barrel. She heaved out the large fish and the loaf of bread. Then she heard Pingu coming back. Pinga quickly shoved the food into an empty crate and jumped into the barrel. At last everything was ready for Pingu's journey. He had a nice barrel of food and a sail if he needed it. He looked around for Pinga to say goodbye, but couldn't see her anywhere. Pingu felt very excited as he travelled along. He could just imagine stepping into the warm sea and lying on the beach in the shade of a palm tree. But after a while he began to feel tired. It was hard work pushing the ice yacht uphill. He couldn't understand why it felt so heavy. At the top of the hill, Pingu stopped altogether. I think I'll take a break, he puffed. It's definitely time for something to eat. Before Pingu could get out his food, the barrel began to move. Pingu was amazed. Pingu was even more amazed when Pinga sprang out of the top of the barrel, like a jack-in-the-box. Hello, she cried out, very pleased with herself. It's me. But Pingu was not pleased to see her. What are you doing here? He shouted. I wanted to go on holiday on my own. Then Pingu peered inside the empty barrel. What have you done with all my food? He demanded angrily. Don't worry, said Pinga brightly. I've brought 2 lollipops. For a while, all their squabbling was forgotten, as the 2 penguins licked happily at their lollipops. Then Pingu set off again, pushing Pinga on the ice yacht. After what seemed like a long time, they came to a big signpost. Pingu stared helplessly at the signpost. He didn't know which way to go. Pinga began to whine. I'm hungry and I'm cold, she complained. I thought we were going to have a nice, hot holiday. It's thanks to you that my holiday is ruined, shouted Pingu. It's all your fault that we haven't got any food. How could you have been so stupid? Pinga began to sob miserably. I'm sorry, little Pinga, said Pingu, confronting her. Don't cry. I'll take you home now. I can have my holiday some other time. It took a long time to get home, but at last they could see the warm light of the igloo ahead of them. Hooray! Shouted Pinga happily as she rushed inside. Mum was delighted to see them both. I was beginning to wonder where you 2 had got to, she said, smiling at them. You're back just in time for tea. Pinga rushed into Mum's arms. We've been on a big journey, Mum, explained Pinga. I got hungry and cold. Well, you're safe at home now, little Pinga, said Mum. I've just baked a big cake for you both. Soon, all 3 of them were sitting round the table eating Mum's cake. Holidays sound like a good idea, said Pingu, tucking in very happily. But I'm sure the food is better at home. And that was Pingu Wants a Holiday. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
I've just had a birthday text into the studio, and the birthday is for Vanda, and I'd like to wish Vanda a very, very happy birthday. And it's from Jill, Jim, and Lisa. So from Jill, Jim, Lisa, from me, Alex Manners, and the rest of the Solihull radio team, I'd like to wish Vanda a very, very happy birthday. And I've been told that one of her favourite songs is a Disney song called Beauty and the Beast. So Vanda, if you're listening, please enjoy one of your favourite songs, and here we are with Disney and Beauty and the Beast, and have a very, very happy birthday.
Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least. Both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast. Ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as the sun will rise. Tale as old as time, tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong. Certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Off to the cupboard with you now, Chip. It's past your bedtime. Good night, love.
Here are some more nursery rhymes, or should I say poems for you. And this one is called Jessica June. Jessica June and her birthday balloon went flying right up to the silvery moon. The man in the moon blinked his eyes in surprise when Jessica June floated up through the skies. "Let's have a party," he said with a smile. "No one has been here for such a long while." So he made her a mooncake, all sprinkled with stars. Then they sat on a moonbeam and flew off to Mars. The little space children all wanted to play, passing the parcel and spinning the tray. But soon it was bedtime, and Jessica June had to whiz back to Earth with her birthday balloon. As she climbed into bed, she smiled up at the moon and sleepily whispered, "I'm coming back soon." And this poem is called Gloves. "My gloves are in a muddle, and I'm trying to sort them out. I turned them to the other side, but now they're inside out. I tried to turn them back again, but now it seems to me that there were 5 fingers. Now there are only 3. And that poem called Gloves is by Brenda Williams. And here is another fantastic song for you all. And this song that I'm going to play for you now, here live on my children's show, before we finish for today, is a Tumble Tot song, and this is called Tom Tom. Please enjoy.
Sing a song to the earth and sky. There is thunder on a drum. Sing to the sun and the stars up high. Come on, everyone.
Tap, 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 tap and cross. Hands up and shake. Tap, 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 tap and cross. Hands up and shake.
Sing a song to the earth and sky. There is thunder on a drum. Sing to the sun and the stars up high. Come on, everyone.
Tap your chest. Tap your partner. Arm circles. Tap your chest. Tap your partner. Arm circles.
Sing a song to the earth and sky. There is thunder on a drum. Sing to the sun and the stars up high. Come on, everyone.
Tap right. Tap left. Tap front. Tap back. Tap right. Tap left. Tap front. Tap back.
Sing a song to the earth and sky. There is thunder on a drum. Sing to the sun and the stars up high. Come on, everyone.
Tap front and shake. Tap back and shake. Tap front and shake. Down.
The time now is 9:56 on my Solihull Radio Children's Show, and it's coming up to the last 4 or 5 minutes of my show this Sunday morning. But don't worry, because I'll be here next week at the same time from 8 till 10 a.m. next Sunday, where I will be playing you lots more wonderful songs, some more episodes of children's shows, reading you some more stories, and playing you another wonderful adventure of Rainbow Man with his friends Giddy Gordon, Grumpy Doug, and Awesome Alex. And if you would like to listen to today's episode of Rainbow Man and his friends, where they visited Solihull Mill in Birmingham, then if you head down to YouTube and go to the Rainbow Man Children's Channel, that's the Rainbow Man Children's Channel on YouTube, then you can find today's episode of Rainbow Man, plus all the other episodes I've been reading you on my show of Rainbow Man on his fantastic adventures. Also, if you'd like to text me in any birthdays that you would like me to read out for my show next week, then you can text in on 075 64 30 30 64. That's 075 64 30 30 64. Or alternatively, you could email me on studio@solihullradio.com. That's studio@solihullradio.com. And as always, I will endeavour to read out your birthday messages. Also, if you've enjoyed some of the things I've been reading out today, some of the fantastic events down at Solihull Mill, Hatton Adventure World, or Shirley Park, or you love going on I Spy treasure hunts, then you can head down and join in with those fantastic events that are happening all over Solihull and Birmingham over the next few weeks. Well, if you've enjoyed finding out about carton drinks and boots with Auntie Mabel and Pippin in their spotty aeroplane, you've enjoyed visiting Solihull Mill with Rainbow Man and his friends Giddy Gordon, Grumpy Doug and Awesome Alex, and you've enjoyed going on a holiday with Pingu and Pinga, then please join me again here live on Solihull Radio next Sunday from 8 to 10 a.m, where I'll have more wonderful songs, more wonderful episodes of some children's shows. I'll read you lots more books, and I'll have another adventure of Rainbow Man and his friends. So if that sounds enjoyable, then please join me again next week on my show. Well, it's goodbye from me, Alex Manners, and it's goodbye from Rainbow Man. Until next week, au revoir. You're listening to Alex Manners on the Solihull Radio Children's Show.